Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV, part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. And of course, as always, maybe not as always, but today we do have a brand new team here. I'm just going to walk you through it, hopefully in a quick manner, but also, explain it well enough. There is the team code in the top right. If you want to try it out for yourself, I highly encourage you. Now this team was built around a couple of Pokemon that you see here on the left, Toxtricity and Honchkrow. Now these are two Pokemon that of course you don't see very often in the meta, that I do think can be pretty strong, and I always have fun trying new things, so why not? So Toxtricity over here has the Throat Spray item with the Punk Rock ability. Punk Rock boosts the power of its sound-based moves, and also takes less damage from sound-based moves. And then Throat Spray, once I use a sound-based move, I get a one-time special attack boost. And so all of my moves are sound-based, we've got a lot of coverage there, and of course we've got Boom Burst with the Terra Normal for a lot of damage. And then Honchkrow, I used this in the previous video, but this Honchkrow is meant to use Sky Attack for massive damage with the Power Herb, and then after that we can just fire off some really powerful moves, and with Moxie, if we get a kill, we get an attack boost as well. And then the other Pokemon right here on the right, number 2, Ribombee, or Ribombee, however you want to say it. This is another Pokemon that, I've used in the past, but with Ribs, I'm going to call it Ribs, I wanted to use something that could potentially baton pass the Quiver Dance boosts to either Toxtricity or Honchkrow, but also it has Sticky Web, and it's actually the fastest Pokemon that can use Sticky Web. And so the goal with Ribombee is to use Sticky Web and then, maybe set up a Quiver Dance, go for Moonblast, or just baton pass away. So that's kind of the main goal with that. Then we've got a different Samurott set. I mean, I've been using Samurott a lot. Pretty straightforward, but this time we're using Black Glasses with 4 attacks. Finally, the last two Pokemon, we've got pretty traditional Garchomp with loaded dice. And then finally, we've got Gholdengo with Thunder Wave. Honestly, that should be Hex instead of Shadow Ball, because with Thunder Wave you do more damage once they're paralyzed, but for right now, it's going to be Shadow Ball. But if you want to build this team on your own, Gholdengo should have Hex, preferably. So yeah, there's my team. Let's go run it through some games and see how it does. Alright, here we go. And my opponent's team is pretty cool. Honestly, it doesn't look super scary for Toxtricity. Of course, they do have the Ursaluna. I feel like Ursaluna is probably my worst fear for Toxtricity. Gholdengo's another one. Although I have Overdrive, an electric type move for that. And then my Gardevoir is another Pokemon that's potentially scary because if they have Choice Scarf, that can be pretty annoying. I actually think this looks like a good Sticky Web game because they have a lot of Pokemon that are either fast or like middlingly fast. And so I think Ribombee can help there. Honestly, I think I just like these 3. I don't typically just bring these 3, but they look good. Now, my one concern also is going to be Ceruledge. Like, these two Pokemon are decent at handling Ceruledge, however you want to say it. But I think it could have Focus Sash, which could be a big problem. In that case, Samurott is pretty good against Saru. Samurott's good against a lot of their team, except for maybe Alomomola and Dragonite. And then Garchomp. Garchomp is decent as well. I'm just going to try it like this and hope that it's not too much of a disaster. The problem with Ribombee, with Ribs, I'm going to call it once again, and similar Pokemon like it, is it kind of just has this one game plan where it's trying to like set up this one thing, and usually that's like all it does, and then it dies, so you're kind of, in that case, kind of down a Pokemon. But they lead with Gardevoir, which again, I wonder if it'll be Choice Scarf, because that's kind of common on Gardevoir. In that case, I'm actually going to start with a Quiver Dance. This could be a mistake, and I am faster, which shows that they are actually not Choice Scarf. So we'll see what happens here. I think Quiver Dance is still a decent play here, because of course it also gives us a special defense boost, so whatever they go for, yeah, they go Mystical Fire. That is going to lower our special attack, so we don't want a Baton Pass here. So now the question is, do I want to Sticky Web? And if I do Sticky Web, honestly, this is kind of awkward because if I Sticky Web, I die, and then it's kind of like I wasted this turn. I don't know what their item is. I don't expect them to be choiced. I think I have to Moonblast. I can Moonblast and then go into Honchkrow and then go Sucker Punch, maybe. Yeah, that's a problem. And Gardevoir is particularly great against the Pokemon I brought because, you know, it's a Psychic type for Toxtricity and it's a Fairy type for Honchkrow, so pretty scary stuff. I think I'm just gonna go into Honchkrow here, just go Sucker Punch. I imagine they only have, like, attacking moves, which means Sucker Punch should hit. But they might expect this, so they might play around it. Either use a non-attacking move or switch out. Though if they switch out, I'm not super worried, because I think Gardevoir is the biggest threat to Honchkrow. They do switch, okay. So of course that is going to reveal a Sucker Punch, which is not super surprising that I have it. They go into Ursaluna. I am just going to go for the Sky Attack now and just do as much damage as possible. I imagine that Blood Moon is going to do massive damage to me as well, but, you know, there's really nothing else I can really do here. Like, I definitely don't want to switch because Toxtricity will die. They Terra as well. Now, typically, Ursaluna is Terra normal or poison, maybe fairy. Could be fairy. Oh, they're normal, okay. I mean, I just gotta hope for the best here, because we're gonna just take absolutely massive damage from Blood Moon if we don't kill them, but also if we miss. If we miss, that's gonna be a nightmare. If we miss, I think we just lose. Okay, it looks like we're not missing. Ah, that doesn't do anything. But we do flinch it, that's insane. Alright. I mean, that's a start, but yeah, this thing is just so tanky. I think we just Acrobatics now. Night Slash could crit, but honestly, I think even if Night Slash crits, I think Acrobatics just does more damage. So, yeah, I mean, we just have to attack it. We could, yeah, I'm just gonna Acrobatics. Do decent damage here. Wow, that does a lot of damage. I'm kind of surprised, but either way, I got lucky with that flinch, so that did help. Now I go into Tox, and I kill them. Of course, they could have a Vacuum Wave, but since I'm a Poison type, I will resist it, so it's Toxtricity versus the world here. Obviously, I'm terrified of that Gardevoir, but if their last Pokemon is like a Lomomola, then I can potentially win this game. It kind of doesn't matter what I go for here. I should go for one of my sound-based moves, though, which will, of course, give me a special attack boost. So I'm going to go Overdrive here, just to show it off. Yeah, they do go Vacuum Wave, does very little damage. Go Overdrive. They're probably going to go into Gardevoir now, and then I can just Terrastalize into a normal type, so I'm not weak to Psychic anymore. It's possible I'm faster than their Gardevoir, but I doubt it. And of course I do have Sludge Wave. They did also Terrastalize. Yeah, I get the Throat Spray boost. So all of my attacks are going to do a lot of damage. Again, if their last Pokemon is like a Lomomola or something slower than me, I might just win this game with Toxtricity. Yeah, they go Guard. Definitely going to Terrastalize here and probably go... Do I just Sludge Wave? It's going to do more damage, right? Well, Boomburst does a lot of damage because I will be Terra. Is that a 50% boost? Huh. I don't know if I feel like both of these are going to kill them. I'm going to Boomburst. We're going to see. Toxtricity is one of the few Pokemon that gets Boomburst, so might as well use it, right? It's a 140 base power move with 0 drawbacks, which is pretty insane. Plus, it is also boosted by Punk Rock, so I think Boomburst does more damage even than Sludge Wave. If I'm faster, this is great. I'm faster, that's awesome. Now that's wonderful because I'm pretty sure I killed him here, yep. And it means that I take no damage from Gardevoir. And their last Pokemon... I'm a normal type now, once again. I just felt like I had to Terrastalize no matter what, because Gardevoir is naturally faster than Toxtricity. Now, their last Pokemon is Dragonite. Now, this works out really well for me, because I'm not weak to Earthquake anymore. The question is, which move do I go for? I think I'm going to start with Sludge Wave just to potentially poison them. I could also go Psychic Noise, which prevents them from healing. Or Boomburst for as much damage as possible, but of course they have Multiscale. I'm going to start with the Sludge Wave. Is Toxtricity gonna sweep this game? They go Outrage. Oh, I might just die if they're Choice Banded. Oh, man. That was so close. Yeah, it kind of came down to what their Dragonite set was, which of course it looks like they were Choice Banded, which means I don't think I ever survived that. If they were not Choice Banded, I could possibly survive a hit from them and then just finish them off with the Boom Burst. I guess there's a chance I could have gone Boom Burst right there as well, but I don't think there's any world where Boom Burst kills them. Maybe if I get a crit. Let me actually check that. Alright, I just calced it, and I would not have been able to one-hit KO them with Boom Burst unless I got a crit, and unless they were not max HP, which I imagine they are. I think most Dragonites are max HP, especially if they're Choice Banded. So yeah, there was probably no chance that I would one-hit KO them with Boom Burst. It's worth noting too, if you are interested in using this team, I don't think Toxtricity has any sound-based poison-type moves, so Sludge Wave is not sound-based, so if you're like going to use Sludge Wave and expecting to get the Throat Spray boost, you won't, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, that was a good one. You know, it looked like things were going really badly for us right off the bat, but then we kind of almost had a chance at coming back with Toxtricity. Dragonite is just too much sometimes. Let's go to game 2. Here we are with the game 2. My opponent also has a really interesting team, so I appreciate that. We both have a bunch of Pokemon that are not super common, but I love it. I love me some Crocodile. I love Appleton. It's funny because my opponent's team is like a bunch of Pokemon you don't normally see, but I think all of those Pokemon are good in their own way. They also have Gliscor, who I don't like to see. So I don't think I want Sticky Web here because they have Superior with Contrary, so that would give it a speed boost. Also, their team is not super fast, so yeah, I don't think I really need the Sticky Web. In that case, it's possible we just want to lead with Samurott. That Superior is scary, though. I am worried about that one. Like, if they get a boost or two, we are kind of in trouble. Plus, with my two main ones, Toxtricity and Honchkrow, we're just not super fast. And of course they have Crocodile. Do I like Garchomp here? Primarina is also kind of annoying. I like Samurott, I like Garchomp, and I think for my last, I think it's going to be Toxtricity, just because Toxtricity is a strong special attacker, which helps me against Gliscor. Now the thing is, if I'm bringing Toxtricity, I might need to make sure that I Terrasilize it, because they have 2 ground types on their team. And I'm 4 times weak to ground. Although on the other hand, they also have 2 grass types, and I resist grass. So pretty interesting stuff. We'll see how it plays out. They do lead Superior, which I was kind of afraid of. This is actually really bad for me because they just get a free Leaf Storm boost, and I either have to switch or... Man, yeah, this is really bad right off the bat. I just have to, like, this is kind of weird, but I have to hope that their Leaf Storm just kills me right away, because if they get 2 boosts with Leaf Storm, we're probably in a lot of trouble. But luckily for me, they actually just glare. So if I can get off an X-Scissor here, I might kill them. Oh, that doesn't kill, but it's so close. They have leftovers, it looks like. Okay. I mean, Samurott's paralyzed. If I go into Toxtricity, I tank a Leaf Storm, but they still get the special attack boost. And then my Samurott's in the back and it's paralyzed. If I stay in here... Man, this is tough. Oh, man. Oh, I'm just gonna stay in and go Ceaseless Edge. The reason for this is I'm hoping Ceaseless Edge can still kill them, but also if I do kill them with Ceaseless Edge, I get the spikes, and they actually switch, so this works out really well for me. If I don't get fully paralyzed, this is going to be great. Okay, it is Primarina, so never mind, that is annoying, but we get off a little bit of damage on Primarina, and we get some spikes going, which is really nice in the face of that Superior. Honestly, because I'm paralyzed, and the funny thing is Primarina's typing is so good, look at that, it resists every single one of my moves. But I think I'm just going to value getting off damage on the Primarina. I'm just going to stay in and go for Edge again. If they kill me, it's not the end of the world. Also, we know that they don't have leftovers on this thing, so every little bit of damage is going to help us. Now, of course, they could have, like, Citrus Berry, but you know. Alright, they one-hit KO us, sure, that's fine. It is what it is, but now I think I like going into Toxtricity, and then we can threaten the Primarina out. I'm just gonna go Overdrive here. The problem is if they go into like Gliscor or even Serperior, but I think Serperior dies to Overdrive. The main reason I'm doing this is because I can get the Throat Spray boost. Sludge Wave is a little more like, a little safer, I guess you could say, but I'm just gonna go for this. I also wonder if their Serperior is max speed. Although, I mean, I think a Serperior is always going to be outspeeding a Toxtricity, but wow, they survived that. That's that that Assault Vest gameplay. Now, if they have a Psychic move, we're dead. Oh no. Oh, they just flip turn. Okay, that works out really well for us. They might go into their last Pokemon. They might go into Serperior here. They cannot paralyze us with Glare because we are an Electric type, which is nice. By the way, look how awesome shiny Toxtricity is. I love it. It's so cool. Toxtricity is such an awesome Pokemon. It's sad that its stats are not just a tiny bit better because it really never got the love that I think it deserves. But anyway, their last Pokemon is Crocodile. All right. The question is, do I Terrastalize here? If I Terra and they kill me, it's a massive waste. But if I Terra and survive an Earthquake from them, it's really good. I don't think I have time to calc it. The thing is, at this point, I don't need to Terrastalize Garchomp to win, I don't think. So, although it would help in all honesty. Wonder if they're Choice Scarfed. I'm gonna Terra here. This might be a big mistake, but we'll find out. If we can survive this Earthquake, I think we can win this battle. I mean, not certain about that. Because now Garchomp is going to be taking more damage from Leaf Storm. They go Scale Shot. Oh, this probably kills, right? Oh yeah, that's doing a lot of damage. I don't like that. Unless it hits 4 times. Oh, they don't have loaded dice. Oh, that's great. Well, I mean, I'm not guaranteed to kill them here, so we might still be in trouble. But this is where that Throat Spray boost, yeah, this is where that Throat Spray boost comes in handy. This is perfect. Now, if their Serperior is like max HP, max special attack or something, I think we just win. All right, so my capture card died for a sec while I was recording, and I lost the audio for the rest of the battle, so I'm just re-recording the last section of the battle here. I have no idea what happened, but I think what you missed, I think the Serperior went for Leaf Storm and they did a lot of damage, and then they went for it again and knocked me out there, which is obviously really scary. And so I do lose Toxtricity here, unfortunately, but I have Garchomp in the back, and this is a scary situation because I know that Serperior is faster than Garchomp naturally. So of course, if they are running speed investment, which I'm pretty sure they are at this point, you know, I'm really scared of it. And so anyway, what happens is I go into Garchomp, and I think right here I decide, or I'm making a decision. Do I Scale Shot? Obviously that seems like the obvious play, but it has a chance to miss, and if I miss, I'm probably dead. Do I Iron Head? You know, Serperior is decently tanky. I kind of, in retrospect, doubt that it would survive an Iron Head, though, so I probably could have gone for that pretty safely. Of course, Earthquake is stab for Garchomp, but Serperior also resists it. So it's kind of like no matter what move I go for, it's pretty risky, but I do decide to go for that Scale Shot, and luckily for me, they just go for Synthesis first, which I think is a little interesting. I feel like they probably should have just gone Leaf Storm, because I guess they're running the risk that I Scale Shot. Maybe they're running the risk, or maybe they're rolling the dice to see if I miss, or possibly don't kill them, or whatever the case. But either way, I'm able to take them down pretty low and get that speed boost with the Scale Shot, which means following up, I can just go for the Iron Head this time around. I know they're about at the same HP that they were when I was making that decision the first time, but I just decided to go for the safer route. And then, of course, their final Pokemon at this point is going to be the Primarina, who will be dying to the spikes because, you know, they already took so much damage from earlier in the battle. So, yeah, that was a great finish to this video and to this team showcase. I think this team is a lot of fun. You know, Ribombee, it's an interesting one, you know, obviously, because people don't expect it, and it is really fast, and it's a fairy type as well. It also has a couple of unique quirks. It's obviously not there to do a lot of damage, although it can, right? That's the funny thing, is you can, you know, set up some quiver dances on unsuspecting opponents and then just do massive damage with Moonblast, or just baton pass those boosts. And then of course, it's also a fairy type, which is a great typing. It also has the Sweet Veil ability, which prevents it from being put to sleep. So if you're up against like a Breloom or something, or a Pokemon with Yawn, that can be really handy as well. So yeah, there's the team. Sorry, if you're interested in trying it out for yourself. Like I said, I really like this team. Toxtricity looked great there as well. I'm really excited to have showcased Toxtricity, as well as, you know, some of these other Pokemon on the team, and show that they can actually hold their own in the meta. So go ahead and try this out. I think Toxtricity is actually a pretty good Pokemon in the meta. People just don't really expect it. And, you know, obviously it has some common weaknesses, and it's slow, which is the most unfortunate part about it. But it's a really unique Pokemon, and definitely really, really cool. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like. Please subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. I really appreciate the support, and I'm glad to be back. I know I haven't been uploading super often. It's basically been about once a week at this point, but like I said, my schedule has been a lot busier this time around, and hopefully once I really settle into things, I can start being a little bit more frequent and do 2 videos a week instead of just 1. But either way, I'm still having fun with the meta. Let me know in the comments what you think. I hope you have a great day.